Stadler, where are you? Get back in your cubicle. I'm not paying you to uncubicle yourself.
So from the road I could see the peak of this house. So I stopped and walked back and taken a look. Looks like it had a pretty cool veranda porch thing around the front back in its day. So this house is definitely older. You'll be able to see the old log beams, and this plaster was actually mud and then probably plastered over. So it's been around a long time, this one. Obviously, on any given day, if you're keeping your eyes open on the road, you're going to come across some weirdness. This is some country weirdness. I guess this is rural art. I'm not too sure. Upside down tree. So the farmer have said art. Just rolled up in his truck. He just turned down there. And he yelled from his truck, "Do you think I'm nuts?" I actually told him that I've seen stuff close to this at Burning Man. That was funny. But yeah, time for some pictures. I hope I get some sun back. I need some rays. So yeah, interesting art on the side of the road in rural Alberta. Well, it's Saturday, June 4th, and I've been out and about most of the day, back roading it. A lot of gravel, a lot of dirt, a lot of dust. Just out driving around looking for stuff to shoot. And to be honest, I didn't really find a whole lot today. This was kind of just a kind of a wandering day. But that said, I did come across a yard. I was down some back road. I don't even remember where now. But I came across a yard, and in the back I could see a whole bunch of old cars and old trucks. So of course I've slowed down, looking, kind of, you know, eyeballing that stuff up. And then I noticed that there's two people out front mowing the lawn. There's a house and that kind of thing. So I pulled in and introduced myself and asked if it would be possible to take some pictures of their old cars. It actually turned out to be a really fun stop because I met two great people, Deborah and Rick. Rick collects the old cars and trucks. He calls them his lawn ornaments. And to be honest, I gotta respect that. I mean, he's pulled them out of swamps and bushes and et cetera, to put them in his yard, and paid a little money here and there for them. They're not really for sale. I asked if he'd, you know, because sometimes I get people wanting to know if certain shots that I've taken, if the cars are for sale, and he's like, no, they're just my collection. And it was really neat to, you know, they allowed me to just wander around. They were actually mowing the lawn around them and everything, because they're, you know, that's what they do. Other than that, it's been kind of an uneventful day. I drove through Wetaskiwin, stopped and kind of wandered around the main old section there. Just looked around. Went through Ponoka. There was an old motel there, the Oasis Motel. I mean, the motel's not really that cool, but they got an old rusty neon sign that I took a few shots of. And yeah, just been wandering. Not doing a whole lot. Status update on where I'm at. I'm in Leduc, Alberta. Still central Alberta. I've been here a week, mainly because last weekend when I went out to Vegreville, I stopped in for Tim Hortons coffee because I couldn't find an indie shop. I like finding the indie coffee shops, but unless I do my research first, I have a hard time finding them sometimes. But anyway, so I stopped at Tim Hortons to get a cheap coffee. This girl, as I was walking in, she was kind of backing out, and I saw her and I yelled because she was heading right towards my truck. So she backed into me. But because I yelled, I think the damage was less than it could have been, because because I think she braked basically just as I yelled, which is just at the same time as she hit me. Not a big deal. Accidents happen. She's been really good about getting it fixed. So I think she's prepaid the estimate at the body shop, and the body shop's ordered my bumper, and the bumper gets there Monday afternoon. So my appointment is for Tuesday morning, and I'll get a bumper replaced. It's weird. I almost feel bad because it's almost forgivable, and my truck's not brand new, and it's not, like it's not a Porsche, but it's still, it's my truck, and I'm trying to keep it as crisp as possible, so to speak. And I should have a new bumper on Tuesday, which means I'll probably be moving on Wednesday. Now, as far as my direction, where I'm going, there's part of me wants to go north. I'd love to go north to Alaska, etc., etc. But I did tell my grandparents when I couldn't make it out there at Christmas time that I would see them in the spring. So I'm going to make my way slowly into BC, probably through Jasper. I think I might have found some public land camping that's close to Jasper, so I might stop there for a few days or a week even, and then wander around and explore kind of Jasper and the park and that kind of thing. Depends. But yeah, I'm eventually making my way into the Fraser Valley in Vancouver. So if you see me along the way, stop and say hi. But that's the general gist. It's been a quiet week because I've been, kind of camping in a friend's driveway in Leduc, which is awesome timing considering the bumper issue. But LaDonna and Kevin have been gracious hosts, and I couldn't possibly ask for anything more. It's been really, really sweet, really awesome. This is kind of the first day that I've been out and about, driving around, probably in a few. I know I was out last weekend, got quite a few shots then, but I haven't been out much this week. I think I went out Tuesday night for a little bit. Quiet over there. Birds. Been spending some time in the trailer editing. Yeah, just doing some social media stuff, stacking posts in my queue on my Tumblr and keywording. All this stuff takes time. Just trying to kind of get a lot of that other work done. And today's the first day. It's beautiful out, so I decided that I needed to get out and drive around. So I did.
It's like working with a monkey.